me again. Welcome back to xameliax, and if you are new, hello to you too. My name is Amelia and we film all kinds of videos on this channel really. Everything from beauty to fashion to travel, and we throw some lifestyle vlogs in there as well. So if you like my face, if you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button. Stick around for a while. Today we are going to be talking about fertility and reproductive health. So if you follow me over on Instagram or here on YouTube, you will know that we like to talk about society's taboo subjects on here because I think it's really important to voice them, to open up the discussion and to smash down that stigma. Because quite frankly, it's all completely normal and it's stuff that we're all thinking about but nobody's talking about, so we need to change that. You might have seen a video that I filmed last year talking about coming off the pill after 10 whole years. Now, I didn't come off the pill to start a family right now. We're not trying to conceive at the moment, but I definitely do want kids in the future, right? And I'm 32, going on 33 next month, so it's a little bit of a worry. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll be honest. Everyone says when you hit your 30s, it all goes downhill, and I'm kind of a little bit worried about how many eggs I've got left, if I can even have children, and also if there's any issues going on down there that I may have missed because it's been masked by the pill for the last 10 years. And I found myself in a bit of fertility limbo, not really knowing what was going on with me. For those of you who don't know, and there will be quite a few people out there who don't because our sex education at school was rubbish, when we're born as females, we are born with the finite number of eggs that we are ever going to have. And as we age, they all die off. And at some point we hit menopause and that's us done. No more babies, end of. But you don't have to just leave this to chance. There are tests that can be done to check for loads of different hormones that are going on in your body that can give you a good indication of what your egg reserve is like. And there's also other tests that can be done to tell you whether everything's working properly. So you might have a good egg reserve left, but you might be lacking in some other hormones that actually stop those from being released so you're able to get pregnant, right? Side note, if this stuff about hormones is new information, I would highly recommend reading this book, Period Power. I will leave a link to it down below. It's super easy to digest, and the amount of stuff I learned from this book that I should have already known was crazy. So there are all these tests that can be done to tell you if you have eggs left and if your system is working properly enough for you to be able to conceive at some point. But I found that I wasn't actually able to get any of those tests done until we could prove, and I don't know how you would prove this, but you can prove to your doctor that you have been actively trying to conceive for 2 years without a baby. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when we do start trying to conceive, I haven't got 2 years to wait around to see if it's working and then to do investigations and get on wait lists and stuff. I wanted to be in a position where I knew what was going on, and if there were any issues, I can tackle them before we get to that stage. Because as my mother likes to remind me on a frequent basis, I'm not getting any younger. So last year I started to look into getting these tests done privately, and let me tell you, the pricing is eye-watering. So to give you an example, just to get the anti-Müllerian hormone test, which is the test that tells you or gives you a good indication of your ovarian reserve, how many eggies you've got left, that test alone was over £250. And then if you added the other tests on for your LH levels, your FSH, your thyroid, etc., it's in the thousands, and we just didn't have that kind of money. So I was scrolling on Instagram around Christmas time and I actually got an advert pop up onto my feed from a company called Hertility Health, and they offer a service to get all of these tests done via a blood sample through the post. And I thought, wow, okay, that's really convenient, but also it's going to be very expensive. Had a little tippy tap on their website, £149 for everything. Now, bearing in mind, just to get the anti-Müllerian hormone test thing, which tells you egg reserve, that was over £250 for that alone. So to get all of these things measured for 150 quid. Anyway, carried on with Christmas, ate lots of mince pies, drank lots of wine, had a fabulous time, and when I went back to work in January, I had an email from, guess who? Fertility Health. So they'd seen my videos online talking about vaginas and all that kind of stuff, and they said, have you thought about your fertility and your reproductive health and checking to see your egg reserve and stuff? If so, would you like to give our test a go? And no word of a lie, I actually cried. I cried and I gushed an email back to them. I was like, oh my God, I've been thinking about exactly this. This couldn't have come at a better time. So long story short, they offered one of their tests for me to do at home. And I said, yes, please, because I was going to get one anyway. And I did my little test at home and went through the whole process with no obligation to post about it. They're not paying me to sit here and talk to you. But hands down, this was one of the best things I have done, and I will tell you for why. So this is your little box. That's what comes through the door for £149. But before you get your little box, you have to do a health questionnaire. So you tell them where you're at in life, if you're currently trying to conceive, if you're just curious about your fertility, if you feel like you might have any issues. You pop in stats about you, about your cycle, etc. And they tailor the test for you. On mine, I put in that I was just curious about my fertility. We're not trying to conceive at the moment, but would potentially like to in the future. And I just want to know what's going on. So they did a test for a whole load of stuff, my egg reserve, my LH levels, my FSH levels, all of that stuff. And also my thyroid as well, which is good for me because there's a history of thyroid problems in my family. So they tailored the process to you. And all you have to do is take a blood sample, which sounds really scary. And I must admit, I'd never done one before, so I had no clue what I'm doing, but it was super, super easy. You basically get this little pot, you see there, it's teeny tiny, and you get all the kit, everything that you need to do in order to do a finger prick test. If you've ever given blood, it's just the little finger prick thing that they do before you actually give blood to test your iron levels. It just puts a little teeny tiny hole in your finger. It's a little like a sharp scratch, it doesn't really hurt that much. And then you squeeze it into the tube. You pop it in its box, you post it away. It's got like its little bag and everything. You post it off to them and you just wait. My results came back within a week, which is really good because I'm very impatient, and as soon as I'd sent it off, I just wanted to know then and there. But within a week, it came back right into my inbox. There it all was, all my test results, all broken down for me by every little thing that they've tested. And they told you exactly what it all means. It was really easy to understand. And then there was a little sliding scale from low to within range to high, and they told you exactly where your results sat on that scale, and then told you what that meant. And then right at the end, a doctor had looked at your results and written a paragraph to basically say, this is what this means, this is what that means, this is what we need to look at, etc, etc. And if anything comes back that you need to clarify, you can either take your results and go to your GP and book in for more tests, or you can book in for a consultation with one of the doctors at Hertility as well, which I also did to test that out, to see how that sort of situation was, and it was an absolute breeze. And I was so relieved because all of mine came back pretty okay. The only thing was my beta estradiol was very, very slightly low, but that can be fixed and boosted a little bit with lifestyle changes like drinking kombucha. Cheers! And we've still got some eggs left, so yay! Now, of course, these tests don't mean that you are definitely going to have a bazillion babies in the future, but they are a really, really good indication to give you an idea of exactly where your fertility is sitting at the moment. And for me, I would be really interested to take one of these probably every year, just so you can see your rate of decline. So I guess at the moment, our eggies are looking good, but if we tested again in a year, you'd be able to see how much they've dropped and how quickly it's dropping off for me personally. So that would actually be really helpful with future family planning. The peace of mind that this bloody test has given me has been absolutely priceless. I cannot tell you how worried I was about everything really in that department, and just knowing that things are ticking along okay and we don't have to drop everything and start trying to have a baby right this second. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if you're sat there thinking about trying for a baby, or if you're a little bit concerned that something might not be quite right with your reproductive health, or if, like me, you're just curious and you just want to know exactly what's going on down there, I hands down 100% recommend doing one of these tests. It was so easy, it was so quick, and for me, knowledge is power, and to know that about my body, it's just kind of helped me breathe a little bit. And yeah, I really wanted to just share it with you in case you had seen them and you were wondering if they were any good, or if you didn't know that this kind of thing existed. Here we go. I will leave a link to them down below. If you have any questions, I mean, I'm not an expert by all means, but I have done it and I've been through the process. Please feel free to leave a comment down below, or come over to Instagram, drop me a DM. We're always talking about vaginas and stuff over there. But there is no shame, no stigma, and no stupid questions. So please feel free to ask away. If there's anything I can help with, let me know. And if this video has been helpful for you, please do click that thumbs up button down there, because that really helps us YouTubers out. And of course, if you're new, click subscribe. There's lots of other videos out there that might be really, really helpful for you. I am also going gonna do an updated coming off the pill video a year on, because so many things have happened to my body. Good things, like it's been the best journey ever, but I feel like I need to like do a little updated video, so that will be coming your way soon. I know I've rambled, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop now because I could just talk about it for ages, but thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye!